One gag I really liked in, why can't I remember the name of that episode?
That's the
pods,
ice cream one.
the
Is the pods.
It was
The pods,
yeah.
yes.
I like the gag with the frog, where he was like told him the quest, and Jake's like, "Do we have to do this?" And he's like, "Nope, too late, I'm dead." And he just like, turns to dust instantly. It was funny. I love that episode.
Season 1 was filled with so much wacky, dark humour, to be honest. I think it was...
I loved it.
Yeah, in a way, it was effectively the soul of the entire series.
Yeah,
condensed into a season of goodness.
It was charming, but I could also understand why someone wouldn't like that season. Like,
Oh yeah, like it's definitely like for what it was, it's good. But
that's why
I prefer
whenever
later
someone's like,
seasons.
"Oh, I want to watch that show you like so much," I'm like, "Oh, awesome!" And they're like, "Yeah, just start at the beginning." I'm like, "Yeah." Like,
yeah, I mean, season 1 isn't like why I like, you know.
I mean, I really want. I'm a big believer of watch from the beginning to the end, like don't skip. But like,
oh yeah, definitely.
But I also
never...
I'm always worried that they'll get turned off by the beginning.
Yeah, well, I just think Slumber Party Panic shouldn't have been the first episode.
I don't think it was.
That was fantastic. That was one of the best possible choices for a first episode, and you can fight me if you think
Well,
otherwise.
I just mean in terms of like.
I want to hear your argument about why you think that, Tipsy.
Slumber Party Panic was a perfect introduction to characters who already knew each other from previously. It introduced you to Adventure Time's weird sense of humour, its internal darkness. It was the first episode where Princess Bubblegum started doing weird shit, and was in a sense the introduction to a character as well. Slumber Party Panic
feels like you're reading from like a note.
Slumber Party Panic showed how Finn interacts with various characters. It showed how the Candy people are dumb as shit, but not irrelevant. It set the style for how the show would proceed in future seasons. I think it was a season 5 episode stuck in season 1.
How bad do you feel right now, Crowned?
Pretty bad. I take it back.
I will say, I agree with Tipsy for sure. I was gonna say that I thought it was a really good first episode.
Well,
It's weird though.
In terms of like
the elements in it are good and stuff. You know, as Tipsy just said, you've convinced me. But like it feels like a Halloween episode or something.
I think originally the Enchiridion was the first production episode, right? Or was it Evicted?
Yeah.
The Enchiridion.
Well, technically, Evicted
really
came
fun.
out first. They showed that as like a sneak peek before the
Did
show
they?
aired, I think.
What?
Really?
I'm pretty sure that Evicted was supposed to be the first episode.
Evicted was supposed to be the 3rd or 4th episode. The
No, I'm sure it was the
Enchiridion was the
Enchiridion.
first episode.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely the Enchiridion.
It was just weird. I remember there was a weird thing with Jake in that episode where when he stretched for the first time, it was like long and drawn out, like it was like an introduction to his powers sort of thing. Like the first time he stretched over Finn, it was like, it's hard to explain without having it in front of me, but it was just like very focused. Oh, you're using Jake this time, switching it up.
Yeah, I'm also at like 1 heart, so I'm not super confident.
Dude, Finn's getting attacked right now.
Huh? Oh.
Yeah,
Wait,
Evicted aired in March as a sneak peek. Before.
I didn't even know that.
Neither did I. And I was like watching it when it.
I watched
I
watched
came
the
out.
first episode, like the first day. Dude, this is like the easiest enemy in the game. No. Oh, you can't do the Jake shield. Just
Oh, yeah, I can't.
Oh my god! He got killed by Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's okay, speedrun.
that was more like Knuckles. Well, I guess he's an echidna. What do echidnas even look like?
Hedgehogs.
Oh,
Got killed by Roadkill.
that's one way to put it.
I think that a person's enjoyment of Adventure Time Season 1 varies depending on how seriously they take themselves.
Oh, seriously, yeah. You know what's weird? I've had this happen 3 separate times in my life where someone said, "I don't watch that show, I'm above it," and it makes me
What do they mean?
like turn primal. I'm like, what does that mean? Yeah, like
You can tell a lot about someone by whether they like OKKO or not. If they like OKKO, they're gonna love Adventure Time Season 1.
when I got my tattoo originally, I went to CVS for whatever reason, and the guy was like, I have my Jake hat on, and I'm like, and he was like, "Oh, I like your hat," and I was like, "Oh, are you a fan?" And I was like, "If you're a fan, I have something to show you," and he's just like, Well, I haven't ever watched it because I always thought I was above it, and I was just like, oh.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Sadly hides tattoo under sleeve. Like, what does that mean? Like,
He's just a closeted Jake fan. Leave
it's
him alone.
true. Like, oh.
No, that just means he only watches Rick and Morty.
No, well, that's what I was talking about earlier with, like, when they aired it on Adult Swim. That was so validating for me, because now if someone's like, I'm above it, I feel like the people who say I'm above it would now watch it because it's been on Adult Swim, because that's just how their mentality works. They're like, oh, I'm allowed to watch it now, it's on the adult channel.
I'm okay with Adventure Time being on Adult Swim now that it's over. I would not have been happy if it ever aired on that channel when it was still airing.
That's
live.
fair, yeah. Also, it's
Can you
not. It's
imagine?
also not on Adult Swim anymore, unfortunately.
Oh no, is it completely gone then?
Well, is it just like? In what way is it not on Adult Swim? They it's just
stopped-
not on the schedule.
They stopped
Or,
airing
like-
it.
Right. It's still they still can. I mean,
They still can, but for
Right.
now, it's not airing.
it's not like they said, well, we aired like a season and now we're never going to show it again.
I hope not.
Well, that's exactly what they did to regular show though. They showed the finale, they never showed the show
Yeah,
ever again.
legitimately ever.
Yeah.
At least Adventure Time was on air for a few weeks or months after.
And it's on like Boomerang, right? Or I think regular show might also be on Boomerang.
Stop dying!
I got a heart.
You have to save your hearts for the actual hard room. Like, you just got damaged by like an immobile enemy.
Beat the crap out of that hedgehog that's floating on its back.
I'm gonna start like forbidding you from using melee because half the time you try to melee, you accidentally walk into the enemy.
Your story about the guy who said that they was above it reminded me of two separate times now when I went to this one Barnes & Noble while wearing a Steven Universe hat that I have. This guy comes up to me and he says, "Oh hey, so you like Steven Universe?"
Wait,
huh?"
the same guy? Oh no.
The same guy, and the second time it happened, he didn't remember me, so it was like it was just like an exact repeat of the first time. He was like, "Hey, so you like Steven Universe, huh?" Yeah, I don't really like that. Like, I have this like, here's what I think is bad about Steven Universe.
I don't
Like,
understand people like that. I'm like, okay. I'm like waiting on the day
Like, he
someone
works
does.
there. Like, that's not good for business.
I'm just waiting on the day where someone does that to me, like what with my tattoo out. I'm gonna be like, okay, like. I don't understand that at all. If like I personally don't like some things, like, and I don't seek out people who I know like them and say like, hey, this thing you like, it sucks. Like what? What the heck? That's like my least favorite type of person. Like
Like, he just wanted to argue about it or something.
I don't even personally like watch that show or like love it, but like I would never like I definitely recognize like its quality. It's just like not for me. I don't know, but
Have you watched any SU Critical videos?
no,
Have you seen anything of the big bad one?
I have not. I kind of avoid that kind of stuff, to be honest.
Are you talking about, like, Willie Lurchard's one?
Yeah,
I haven't seen it, like... I didn't watch that because I've seen it. I used to watch Willie Lurchard's videos, and they're always, like, really negative, and so I saw that and I'm like,
Listen, I mean,
I
I
don't
don't-
need this in my life.
I don't go out of my way to be like looking at
Yeah.
negative stuff.
I don't know. I find it fun to watch. I don't know how to describe it, but there's nothing more cathartic than watching somebody rant about something really bad for half an hour or 2 hours in this case.
Well, if you agree that something's bad, maybe it's fun to watch someone ranting about it being bad because it's validating, but...
Not a fan of calling Rebecca Sugar a Nazi sympathiser or stuff like that.
What?
But she did bring up some other points that I thought were quite interesting, mostly because I've never even approached the material from that direction before. Like how SU treats characters like bismuth as a metaphor for stuff and then doesn't seem to be aware of it. I'm not going to go into that because that would make this a very different video. But
Probably a good idea.
Like, I have a friend who, like, when he was watching Steven Universe and he first saw Bismuth, he thought that it was like a joke, like, parody episode, because he thought that Bismuth was like an extreme, like, Mary Sue, because everyone, like, immediately knew who she was and loved her.
they thought that she was like a fan fiction character inserted
Yeah.
in the story, like for Uncle Grandpa.
Yeah.
God bless. She has rainbow hair as well, so that would be entirely out of the question.
Alright, you're gonna live in this room. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna talk. You get damaged the second.
I am fine.
Fine. It's actually a good strat. It seems like when you melee them, they curl up and they don't walk anymore. If I was looking at that right.
So don't
Yeah.
melee anything except for the hedgehog.
Yeah.
Well, like, the only way to beat the hedgehog is to hit them with the sword once and then walk into them with the Jake shield and then hit them with the sword again. Otherwise, they're invincible.
You can also just not kill them.
But then they can hurt me.
That's a convoluted way to kill a hedgehog.
It is. Finn's cruel. He just kills things mindlessly in some of these games. I'm like, this is not in character.
Are you kidding? He kills things all the time in a show without any second thought.
Maybe I'm like.
Not, like... Not without any second thought. Especially in the later, like...
What about all
later
those
season
poor...
episodes.
What about all those poor people in the Dungeon Train episode? That you
Yeah,
killed and just playing the dungeon like him.
I love that episode. I love everything.
Well, they're just
about that
enemies,
episode.
right?
They were bosses that were made up of people who'd been trapped in the
Yeah, I'm like, he literally
Yeah.
like became one of the god. I love that episode so much. Literally everything about it, like it's kind of like the implications are terrifying. Just the relationship between Finn and Jake with the future crystal thing. I loved that so much. I always talk about that when people try to be terrible people and go, "Hey, Jake's gonna die before Finn because he's gonna die, or because he's gonna get old way faster because of dog ears." I'm like, then how come in Dungeon Train they were both old men at the same time? He's got alien genes. He'll live forever. Oh no! Dude.
Maybe Finn has hyper age acceleration due to experiments performed on him by Dr. Strong. Dr. Strong?
Doctor Strange.
Dr.
Oh, wait,
Gross.
Dr. Gross.
Dr.
I just said Doctor Strange. Oh my god! And I said it in like a tone where I'm like, I know what the name is.
Yeah, all those experiments Dr. Strange
Strange.
performed on Finn.
Can't believe Iron Man made Finn a new arm in the canon.
Yeah, well, Finn is in the, Marvel
Yeah.
Deadpool watched.
Princess Bubblegum is so much better than Iron Man, it hurts.
I agree.
Is the Lich stronger than Thanos?
I never watched
The Lich?
I never watched Infinity War, so I couldn't tell.
Well, actually, I think if you, read Marvel comics and stuff, the actual hidden lore is that Thanos is in love with the Lich.
Obviously.
With the Lich.
Dude. Dude.
Dude, stop dying. Please. You're never gonna finish this game.
We're begging you.
So, what we were saying earlier about, Season 1, Adventure Time and stuff, Season 1 by itself isn't, that wouldn't be, my favorite show, but, Adventure Time was my favorite show because it was Season 1, and then it became what it is, and then it became what it became.
All things considered, I did love Season 1, personally. I really liked it.
What's your favourite seasons?
My favorite type of storytelling is the kind of thing where Adventure Time does, where by its nature of a storyboard-driven show, it's lots of different people contribute, an idea, and then because it's not the type of show that has lots of continuity and doesn't just forget about stuff. So once something is there, you can build on it and make in-depth ideas. And
I think
really like that.
nostalgically, I want to say Season 3, but I think Season 8's my favorite.
Did Season 8 give you the most feels then?
I think so. And then I like the pacing. I love so many episodes, and I love that it ends with Jake being blue. That made me so happy because, dude, everyone doubted me. Someone was talking about oh, I'm excited about these things that for Adventure Time in the future, and I added to the list. I was like, also we're gonna learn more about Jake's alien dad. They're like, I don't think that plot's going anywhere. Sorry, dude. No, it's just like, you'll see.
Did it really go anywhere? Or did he just meet his dad and then his dad was an asshole and then his dad died?
I mean, that is going somewhere. But I mean more so back then when we were talking about This is like when Josh and Margaret investigations happen. Just the fact that they went back to him being blue and just all the stuff they made it symbolize with Jake's character I really liked. So I think it went somewhere personally.
God, Joshua and Margaret investigations. That
So
was
good.
completely out of nowhere, wasn't it?
It
That
was
was
so
amazing.
good. Yeah. But I think I really like how Blue Jake originally symbolized sort of sadness and being uncomfortable with like your growing body, and it eventually turned into a symbol of empowerment for him. That was just like really inspiring. I loved it. I love it. I love Blue Jake.
Okay, so this is what you need to decide between. What would you rather have happen? Me not die, or have this loud microphone sound happen?
I want you to live, personally.
You've just got to hum the Adventure Time theme while you're playing. It'll give you the power that you need to
That's
proceed
true.
the game, and it'll stop your mic from whispering death notes into our ears.
Okay, but it'd have to be the like extended version from the Hey Ice Cream, Why'd You Steal Our Garbage game.
Do it! I'd love to hear that.
Do the whole thing.
Oh no, I don't know if I actually remember that all of it.
I absolutely don't either. I only remember that. I remember the line. That's literally the title of the game. That's all I remember.
I remember it.
Go ahead.
Adventure time! Come on, grab your
Grab your
friends. We're
friends,
going
we're
to very different
Can we sing at the same time? Will that work, or will it
Nope.
lag? Does it lag?
will lag.
That'll make it extra powerful, but also probably even scarier than the death microphone.
Oh my god. I thought this was out of tune for a second.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Adventure time! Oh fuck, I was gonna start singing then.
Oh, I'm supposed to play? Okay, here we go. Here we
Yes,
go.
Chen, do it.
Adventure time! Come on, grab your friends. We're going to very distant lands. Jake the dog and Finn the human, the fun never ends. Adventure time! Hey, Ice King! Why'd you steal our garbage? Pretty sure we didn't ask to have our garbage taken away by some cranky ass janitor.
Maybe I do know this song.
Just who do you think you are? You king of ice, it would suffice if you'd be nice, but you're a jerk. Nobody wants you taking our garbage from under our noses. I forgot the rest of it.
There's something about like a girlfriend in there. I can't remember.
That was great. I also have to let you know that me playing while you guys were singing, you guys were, I think my voice lags, so like you were singing after I was playing, and I was like, I cannot
that
do
has to be
this.
weird.
It was
Yeah,
I just like
Crown was-
I just tried to like play on time, but I couldn't.
yeah, Crown was singing about 2 seconds after me, and I was like, okay, this is throwing me off.
Well, I only started at like the end there.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
go hit that pit. Oh, just when it gets near a wall, just destroy it. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Okay, it's easy. It's easy. You're no problem. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, you're fine. No pressure. As soon as you see it, just zerg it. Oh. Just don't stand in front of it, because it'll hit you. Yes, ranged.
No! I ranged too far!